Hey, it's Semestral Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Let me make sure my stuff's plugged in. And I'm not plugged in right now, so let's do that with this and that with this. So this is a live stream. What I do is interact with my fans and audience. And people like, love trucks! Love as the audience and having a drink. So I will. I need to move this screen. Sorry, I have this dual screen setup going on. Let me move this over here. I'm just gonna close that. Okay, so that way I can see what's going on the screen. So, talking tonight, not about impeachment, although I'm watching the hearings pretty closely. That's it. That's all the politics I'm getting into. I'm done with that, and we're talking about a couple things. I like to pick some topics, and I'm trying to get to my. There it is. Fat is here. Daniel's here. I want to get to two things tonight because we have some breaking news happening as well. First of all, Jeep Wrangler Diesel, the first drive has come out with that. I have a really cool video idea I'm working on that'll be out probably Thanksgiving week. I'm getting about 4 or 5 of my journalist buddies together. We're going to talk about the Jeep Wrangler Diesel. Well, not you should buy it. And it's interesting. It's like you're looking at a vehicle that only comes 4-wheel drive, it only comes four door, and only comes in certain trims, and you're paying a $4,000 premium for the diesel. So they're not going to be 2-door Wranglers. Nope. Not base level. Nope. It has to be the 4-door variant, which I was watching my friend Alex Dykes on Alex and I on Autos, who I'm going to have interview him this week at Thanksgiving. And looking at from a $28,000 Jeep Wrangler base price, the one he drove was $57,000. You're going from like mid-20s in mile per gallon to 30s mile per gallon. No improvement in towing, and you don't have to use 4-low off-road. That's kind of my takeaways from all the videos I watched lately on this Jeep Wrangler, was that everybody's like, oh, you can do this stuff in 4-high instead of just putting in 4-low off-roading because the diesel, because the 442 foot-pounds of torque, or 420, something like that. The enormous amounts of torque, and I thought that was kind of an interesting statement on that. The second news item that I want to get to, Benito, I see your comment. Hold on. Second news item, I'm going to get to this. I'm going to come over here. Is this guy. This is the Hyundai, like Sunday, Santa Cruz concept. It is the pickup they've been working on for several years. Debuted at 2015 Detroit Auto Show, and Hyundai has announced they're going to spend $410 million. They're going to build this in Alabama, and it's going to be offered in the 2021 model year, and it's built. They said it's going to be really close to the concept. This concept is going to be really close to the concept, and so that will be coming out in 2021. It's made as a urban dweller pickup, and yeah, the concept was like a 2-door. I think maybe 4 people, turbocharged engine, body on. It's kind of a compact SUV. It's not really a. Not a body on frame. I keep messing this up today. I've said it a few times today. A unibody SUV truck thing. So, as much as you guys hate the Honda Ridgeline, be prepared. You're probably gonna hate this one more. Yeah, I like Alex too. I've had opportunity to talk to him at several different events, and he's a very sharp individual, and I can't wait to interview him because he has really interesting thoughts. I enjoy his channel too. It's a lot different than my channel, so it's interesting to talk to him and get his perspective. All right, so let's see. The question is about the Tundra transmission cooler, which has become a thing. I was kind of unaware of this thing happening, blowing up so big. And no, there is no update. Toyota stands by their comments that they have tested it out, and it is fine, and there's no problem with the transmission cooler at all. And the gentleman who brought up the issue is a fluid engineering, dynamic, whatever kind of guy. His point of view is that as you increase the transmission temperature, you cut the lifespan of the transmission oil, and as you do that, you're going to cut the lifespan of the transmission unit itself. Toyota doesn't agree. That's, I've been the middleman between this stuff. I've talked to both parties. I've talked to chief engineers. I've talked to the guy involved. I can tell you that is where that stands. Toyota does not agree that losing a transmission cooler is any sort of issue on the truck itself. And the guy who brought up the issue is that he has some videos, and if you have not seen the videos, you can search for it. And he's done a video on it. He's actually captured the inward and outward temperature on the torque converter and through the transmission. It's a pretty in-depth interview, and he's done a good job on it. And an interview, but a video, and he doesn't agree. So that's what it is. So if you don't know the story yet, the 2020 Toyota Tundra and 2019 Toyota Tundra and a 2019 Toyota Sequoia and also probably 2020 Toyota Sequoia do not have a transmission cooler. It's the only half-ton truck I can find in the marketplace that has a max tow package without transmission cooler. That's what it's been told to me, and I've done a little bit of research, and that's what I've confirmed, is that it doesn't have it, and there's a when you get the higher transmission temperature rate, the transmission fluid breaks down faster, and it causes damage to the transmission itself. That's what this gentleman has brought up, and that's what he's sticking to. That's what he's talking about, and I've talked to him on Messenger, and I've really talked to this guy quite a bit, and that's the story. And I've talked to Toyota's chief engineer on this, and they do not agree. So that's what you got. That's what the deal is. Elliot is correct. The argument is always the diesel engines. Is it worth it? I think in the Wrangler case, it's even more of a question because it's so limited to only the four-door variety and only limited to some of the transmission choices. They do not have a two-door diesel with the manual transmission, which I wonder if that's just a oversight. I mean, they think that take rate on that's going to be less than 1%, but I wonder if they're looking at it from a gas versus diesel perspective, looking at it from a diesel customer's point of view, and I wonder if they're looking at it from a Jeep enthusiast point of view. And I openly question their thinking there, as I often do, because I'm a journalist and I'm that kind of guy. So I don't know that that is the right approach, and I worry that they're going to kill it off after 2 years because nobody bought it. And you come down to the same fact of the matter is they didn't offer it in a right configuration for people to buy it. It's much like the same scenario between manual transmissions and half-ton trucks, is you can't freaking find them on dealer lots. Even though they offer them, you can't find them because dealers don't order them. So customers get pissed off because they can't find a manual transmission. With that said, by the way, I am actively shopping around. I think I'm gonna buy a TH300 or 400, the turbo automatic transmission for Swede, because my left knee it hurts, and Swede is not friendly to my left knee shifting. If you don't know, Swede's my 62 Chevy C10. He keeps me grounded when I don't have press loans. I drive him around, and I've not had press loans for a while. Kind of a weird situation. Not alone. Other people have the same problems, but yeah, I found it at the junkyard, and I believe the week of Thanksgiving, Swede will have a new transmission because it hurts. Not getting younger, and the knee has never been a great knee. All right, so that's the story on that. If you have any tips on doing a 283 Chevy V8 mated to a TH, he's got 350 or 450 or 400. If you have any questions about that or advice, let me know. I do have a transmission cooler. I need to get the lines and get a little grease in my fingernails because it's going to be a greasy job. On the benefit, though, I get the 283 out of Swede and clean it up really well and go through and replace the seals. I have all the seals in my my garage and clean them all up and make them look pretty again because he leaks. Right now he's got a coolant leak that I can't quite diagnose that I need to clean up. So yeah. Anyways, that's on the classic truck front. But by the way, I've been driving classic truck quite a bit, and heating is an issue too. Anyways, a lot of stuff going on in Sweden. He's 2 degrees that morning, starting up in the morning, 2 degrees, and needs some starter fluid because he was not happy. Even with the engine heater, not happy. Okay, so with that said, I've got to move my left leg a little bit. And I have some exciting news to announce. Maybe I should announce it. Maybe I won't. Maybe you won't only see this, whatever. Gosh darn it. I have those cables and stuff. Oh, that feels so much better. I have found 2 million-mile Fords. I have one Ford and one Chevy. You'll see those stories coming out soon. I'm doing the Chevy hopefully in mid-December and the Ford in January. So look for that stuff. All right. Let me get through the thoughts here. Ultra frozen. That's the way it feels like right now, everybody. Holy cow. It was cold. It's been 60 degrees tomorrow, though. It's supposed to be really nice. Your thoughts on diesel as well as very short run, 1 mile daily driver. Will the emission system hold out? I want to give you some deep thoughts on diesel for a short run, and I don't have them. I'm sorry. I've never owned a diesel, and I've driven them occasionally. driven for press loans things. I enjoy them, but I've never done I'm not a million miles as a mile daily driver. My concern, I don't know about emission systems. People bring that up all the time, emission systems. And I always wonder about that because I don't think that's the problem. I think you're going to run into issues not really driving it. My lesson from all the million-mile trucks I've done stories on is that they're a piece of machinery, and the more you use them, the better they are. So my thought process for you would be, if you're going to daily drive it a mile 4 or 5 times a week, that's fine. But on the weekends, go haul some ass. Go hit the interstate. Go get go get it fired up. Go get the engine working better. I know there's not carbon buildup in the cylinders like there is a gasoline engine, but get it out there going. Diesel should last for a long time because of the way the engine's built and the way that the fuel burns at a lower rate, which is what makes diesel so nice. But I would definitely get it out there and drive it more. I think anytime you drive a vehicle a mile as a daily driver, I think it actually hurts the vehicle. Clinton wants to know, how's the Nissan Titan like on fuel 2020? It's premium fuel, buddy. I've done videos on this. It's premium fuel to get that great horsepower and torque. The most standard horsepower and torque they're not saying, because Nissan kind of screwed the pooch on that one. They said it had the best horsepower and torque in the half-ton class, which is inaccurate because 6.2 liter V8 from Chevy had a better horsepower and torque, and so they've retracted that and they've said it's the best standard, which is just marketing speak. I honestly think the Nissan Titan will have the same fuel economy rating, or damn near close to it, of the 2019 model. I was talking to their team, and I have a bunch of videos to do on that Nissan Titan, and the team told me that they improve the 50 to 75 mile an hour speed by a second. That means maybe better fuel economy highway, a little bit. So yeah, if you want to know about fuel economy, look at 2019. It's going to be the same thing. Beneath says, correct me if you want to buy a Ram 1500. It's a question. Jeep doesn't pay attention to what history had told us. Yeah, agreed. If you were to buy a truck today, which one would you buy? I have a hard time with that, Jason. I would buy the truck if they give me the best deal. That'd be the best thing I would look at, because it's like, every truck's got their pros and cons. I love Ram interiors. I love Ram trucks overall. I think that the engine's great. Reliability concerns me. Chevy interiors are terrible. Exterior, but that 3-liter diesel is amazing. 2.7 liter turbo is not that bad either. I still would buy a V8 just for resale value, but those two engines are good engines. Ford F-150, it's Ford. They've had a lot of good stuff going for them. That truck's great. Toyota Tundra is old, it's outdated, but damn it, it still performs. It's still a good truck. it's a solid, good truck, and reliability is huge on it, and resale is huge on it. Nissan Titan, I'll tell you a story on this. I think Nissan's done really good improvements on the truck for next model year, but somebody did a live stream today from Nissan event going on in Utah that I didn't get invited to, which, okay, whatever. But anyways, they did a live stream. They showed the trucks, and I thought they were Fords. I legitimately screwed up. I thought they were 2013 Ford F-150s in the front end as the camera was panning around these Nissans. And I was like, wait, those are Nissans. I had to really, look closely at the badge on the front because I completely blew it and I didn't realize those are Nissans. So yeah, I mean that's what the friend in Lint says to me. Yeah. Turbo 400 manual truck man, 700 R4. Yeah, I know. I've looked at a 700 R4. The junk man does not have one. That's the story. It doesn't have a 700 R4, and I don't want to put a lot of money into them right now. So I'm thinking just the 350 just to get around town, things like that. I just need an automatic, and I don't drive them that much. So I have done a lot of 700 R4 research, and I don't think at this time. I'm with you though. I'm with you, not this time. So, did I answer all those comments? Where's my thing? Where's my mouse? Mouse is there. Huh. Guys, low on comments tonight. Let's see. What else going on? Yeah, so Swede's been a conversation for me because turn signals, heater, and transmission have been a problem. 400 or 4L80. Guys, I'm going with the guy what the junk man has, and he's a local guy. You guys would love this guy. He is the salt of the earth junkyard guy. Been doing it for 40 some years. I have 2 junk cars I need to send to him, so I'm going to work on that, and then and see if he wants to take some money off that transmission. So at least I get something in it. And yes, I understand it's not going to be the best be all end all, but at least gets me going where I'm not shifting, so my knee doesn't hurt so damn bad. And by the way, I'm selling a truck. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm selling a 66 Chevy C10. I was working on for a book that's going to collapse that didn't work out. But I have all the parts for it. If you want to buy it, let me know. I learned something today that I own. I own 4 trucks at the moment. Yeah, I own 4. You have a 4L80 in your shop. What do you want for that, Daniel? Broker deal on Livestream. Yeah. 4L80. Yeah, I like the idea of having 4 gears, not 3 gears. You'll send it to me. Great, I'll pay the shipping. No, I definitely need to go. I definitely need a transmission. I need something because man, Swede hurts. It's not so great. Hey, Sean, he's on. Get with you West Coast guys. Oh, no, I'm in Nebraska. We're actually Mountain Standard Time. Are you Eastern Standard Time? Yes, Daniel, send it to me. I'll send you a hat. In exchange for transmission. I'm hoping to do it Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving, I have a GMC Acadia for the week, and I'm hoping to get the transmission swapped out in the week. Which, look, here's the deal. I'm pretty much a computer nerd who's learned this stuff, who's taught himself on his own. And doing these swaps really challenges my head and gets me thinking outside the box of what my norm is, And so done. That'd be awesome. I will send you, if you need an address, let me know. I will send it to you. I will pay shipping. I'll pay you a hat. I'll do whatever I can do. But I love these kind of projects. Oh, I did? Damn it. I have a hoodie. I have stuff. I feel like a girl when I do that. Anyways, I love working on the truck because it challenges part of my brain I don't usually use. Yeah. No, don't use that against me. But yeah, I'm working on transmission. My turn signal is currently both light up, and my blinker cube has stopped blinking, and so I'm kind of frustrated by that. It was working, now it's not working. I'm suspecting a ground issue because that's always what it is. Electrical, it's always a ground, and so I'm currently going through the truck step by step to see what the deal is, or a bulb. I will send you a hoodie for your transmission. I'll send a hoodie. Send it to me. I think you should know that name. It's like, is that the Dan guy? Is that Louisiana Dan? I need a torque converter. Well, send me the website where I can buy one. I'll just buy one. Sorry. I can afford to buy the stuff. I just can't, I just need to get. I need all the ideas together. I need to know what I need to buy and what I need to hook to and what I need to bolt to. I'm really good at tightening down bolts, but I gotta know what goes into bolts and what connects to. Yeah, send me the stuff. Send me an email. You know my email if I sent you something. I have been looking. So wait, I'm gonna go back to this question from Jason because I think it's an important question. Jason Rios says, I've been looking at Ram Rebel, but when I did a KBB trading value for 2018, it shows $38,000. I'm wondering why the low value versus the other competitors. Jason, have you seen my videos on reliability and resale value? The Ram 1500 has done, the Ram Rebel 1500 has done poorly on those videos. And so it does not hold its value that well. Ram trucks don't. Beautiful trucks. Love them. They don't hold their value very well. Your issue with the blinker is a stock on a blinker. You know what I should do one of these nights? I should do a help me fix Swede like live stream. I have a new blinker. Wait. On the stock, I have a brand new one. I bought an aftermarket bolt-on turn signal. It's grounded to the steering column. I have a good ground. I did my what do you call these things? I did my I have a probe tool. Yes, I did that, and so I made that happen, and then I checked the power probe thing, and I checked it. It has a good ground. I have power to it. I checked my power, and yes, no problem. Let's see. Sean wants to know, do you do the transmission swap yourself? Yes. Do you have friends helping? That's quite a job. I have a engine stand. I have an a cherry picker. It is quite a job, but I have a neighbor stops by. Well, you know, Reagan, who we call him, Mr. Wilson, stops by from time to time. And I'm going to take the front clip off, and then I'm going to pull the engine transmissions off. Taking the engine transmission out isn't that big of a job, actually. It sounds worse than what it is. If you unbolt it and you undo the U-joint, the engine comes right out. It comes out one piece. Make it as one piece. I'm going to swap the transmission, and then I'm going to bolt it on to the bell housing, and then lower it bell back in and hook it all together. But I think the key with me is when I did the last swap, I did not take the front clip off. And taking the front clip off is really key. Take the front clip off, you get the grill and you get the bumper out of the way, and then you just put it right back in. Elliot wants to know, since Rams don't hold value, do you think their recent hot sales have been leases? No, I think people are still buying them. I think people buy them. I mean, it's interesting how many comments I've had in this channel where people are like, oh my God, thank God I found this channel because I just bought a XYZ truck and I hate it. I wish I'd done research. It's kind of phenomenal to me that you would spend $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in a half-ton truck and not do the wee bit of research. And people do that all the time. My uncle went and bought a Ram, or he went and bought a Ford F-150 and didn't ask me any questions. Just went and bought it and came back and goes, well, now you can teach him how to use it. You didn't ask me any questions beforehand, and now you want to know how to use your truck. A little strange. It's just that demographic. The typical buyer demographic is, well, my age and older, and they have not gotten used to going on YouTube or going on websites and reading reviews. That's not how they think. I have two new flasher cubes, Daniel. Two of them. I have electric magnetic one that has 12 volts with 2 prongs. I have another one I bought that I'm not sure the specs of that one, but I bought it from O'Reilly. 3 prongs because the aftermarket switch has 3 wires, 1 power, 1 goes to battery, 1 goes to the flasher, another one goes to flasher because it can show the flasher indicator on the aftermarket switch and also run the flashers. Tommy Gordon, what's up, Tim? Just joining from Chile, Florida. I had a friend in Austin right now today, and it was like 30-some degrees in Austin. It was 48 degrees here. I had my hoodie, as typical, and a hat, and I was fine. I was warm here, and she was freezing. I'm like, this is such weird weather. Damn you, global warming. No, but it was really strange. It's strange to be chilly Florida to be strange. That's strange. Sean wants to know, have you heard anything more about the supposed hybrid Tundra? No, I won't hear anything until Chicago. They're not gonna say anything. I can ask Mike Swears and we're connected. I can ask him. I can message him right now on my phone and ask him a dozen questions, a dozen different ways. That man's not gonna tell me anything. It's 48 now in Florida. 48 degrees in Florida. What is it here? In Nebraska, in the cold part of the country, 49 degrees today. Yeah, Nebraska is weird. We'll get hit with snow, get a blizzard, and I'll play golf. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. My dad works for Ford. He bought a Fusion. He quickly realized it almost has not enough headroom for him. He commonly has to take off his hat. He hates this auto-dimming rear-view mirror. It is interesting how people don't like... He likes car, though. How people don't do research on cars as much as you think they would. Like, it's one of those things. Ah, yes. Daniel's from Huntsville. I know Daniel now. You're Alabama Daniel. Sorry. I was not thinking clearly. All right. We're thinking about VIA Motor. I've heard a lot about VIA Motors. The best story VIA Motors ever had was I was talking to them about their X truck and how they were spinning the wheels. Let me get it right. They were spinning the wheels so fast, the tires were ripping apart on the airport drag strip they're using. So the wheel had broken the bead from the tire because there's so much torque from the electric motor that they were basically shredding the tires on the tarmac. Yeah, it's Bob Lutz thing, and I'm thinking they're gonna do some more stuff with it. What's interesting about VIA Motors is that you have Rivian, you have Tesla going on, you have F-150 electric going on, and then VIA Motors has been like lost in the dark. It's kind of weird. It's a weird company. It's in Utah. I've toyed with the idea of visiting them because there should be something going on. Their stuff. They're working on a proprietary only electric truck that's going to be difficult to bring to market because they're looking at fleets. Everybody thinks this magical equation to get into the electric truck world is through fleets. We'll arm the fleets electric trucks, and then eventually consumers will buy the electric trucks. Because fleets, it's a different driving dynamic, and fleets haven't done a whole lot. I will tell you that I'm going to the Work Truck Show in Indy in March, and I'm going to go to the Green Truck Summit. There's a show because I'm really curious if fleets really give a crap, to be honest with you, about electricity of their trucks, because it seems like every automaker I talk to is talking about EV fleets. And so I do wonder, like, what's going on with that? Like, what the heck? Yeah. It's 14 degrees here in East Tennessee this morning. So, Sean, if you're in East Tennessee, we're like an hour behind. Like, come on, guys. You can stay awake. Yeah, pound some Red Bull. You'll be fine. I keep going back to the Tundra for resale and reliability. I also like the Raptor, but not sure on reliability. I freaking love the Raptor. Jason, I freaking love the Raptor. Every time I get one, it's like, I love the damn thing. Now, I think it's reliable if you don't beat it up. I'm going to say this, and whether you guys agree with me or not, but I'm going to say this anyways. I have been really surprised at the results I found lately on resale and reliability on Ford products. I've been doing this for a decade now. Not this channel, but I've been doing journalists for a decade. And I always thought Ford built fine trucks. I mean, they seemed like they held up pretty well, whatever. And doing those stories and doing those videos, and I made a playlist. It's on the channel. There's a playlist of all the reliability and durability and all the stuff I've done. There's a whole playlist. You can watch all of them at once. And it's all 2019 models, and I'll do one each year. I have been just so surprised at, well, frankly, how poorly Ford has done in those surveys. and how Ford has not done well in reliability surveys and resale surveys. And I think it's volume. It's got to be volume based. Hurts them a little bit, but I never thought that they were bad trucks. It really surprises me the results that I've seen, and I haven't seen anybody really comment on that overall. And that's been one of my takeaways, is that I think that Chevy's done better than I thought in reliability. Ford's done worse than I thought, and well, Ram's done about the same. I love Ram trucks. Don't get me wrong. I love Ram trucks. They just haven't done well in those surveys. So I think people who binge watch those videos, and I've had a few people that seem like they do, and that some of the comments I've been able to kind of pick up on what they're doing. And the people that watch those videos have really come back to conclusions saying, I love Ram trucks, but they don't do well in your surveys. I love Ford trucks, but they haven't done well in your surveys. And, it's Chevy's done well, GMC's done pretty well, and Toyota's done the best. And that's kind of the takeaway. And I think that's one of the things in this channel I've been really looking at as far as my niche versus like TFL and different places out there, is that talking about reliability has been something that people are kind of coming to me for. And so I'm really curious. Like I said, I'm going to go in January, go visit a guy at Ford. He's got like 1.36 million miles on his Ford Super Duty. And I'll be really curious to see what his thoughts are on reliability and what maintenance he's done, timing belts, things like that, and how well that truck's hold up. So yeah. It was 9 degrees in Detroit last night. We got hit with 8 inches of snow and muddy. Yeah, Elliot, I've been watching the news. My friends in Detroit have been like, oh my God, the Armageddon's coming. There was an event. Nissan did an event in Utah, and all my friends got stuck in Chicago and Detroit trying to fly out. Like 8-9 hour delays. Kind of those things. 14 degrees in East. We did that. What do you think about the truck? I did that. Is it true they're canceling Land Cruiser in 2022? No. You guys probably watch other channels are like, well, that's a good question. Let's go ahead and dive into that for the next 10 minutes. Whether or not they cancel or change the Land Cruiser, and I'm all like, no. Now, I've done some research because I have some cruiser friends who've been messaging me on Facebook quite a bit about this stuff, and there will be a 300 series Land Cruiser. It will be different than the 200 series, which is up currently. There's conversation they're having right now. It'll be smaller with a V6, and they won't kill it because the Land Cruiser name is sold globally, and they do well globally because Land Cruiser globally, you can get a truck, you can get a 4-door SUV, you can get all these different varieties of it because it's such a big nameplate for them. So they're not gonna kill that truck, that Land Cruiser, because it just doesn't make any sense. United States doesn't buy as many of those as global. God darn it. As they do worldwide. Try worldwide. As they do worldwide with that truck. So I think you're going to find, hopefully, and what I've been saying for a while, is I hope that they'll have some difference between the Toyota Land Cruiser and the LX 570, and they'll make them both a little bit smaller, and price difference will be dramatic. I was talking to, I was overhearing, talking to whatever, one of the Toyota's biggest truck dealers in the country. He said, he'd love to see a mid 40s to upper 50s Land Cruiser, something that's bigger than a 4Runner, but not $90,000 bigger. It has the equipment you need, and then make something a Lexus like $70,000 range. And so you have some real differences in cost, differences in features, and it's really a different vehicle. I think it's one of the problems that Toyota has found in Land Cruiser LX 570 range. It's the same damn vehicle. It's the same damn vehicle. The dealership experience is different, and the interior is a little bit different, but same damn vehicle. So I think you're going to find some differences there. I think that's what we're going to talk about with the Heritage. I can't say certain words. Edition, which I did a video on, which should be coming out soon. I think they're going to do. That's the Heritage's last send off of the 200 series Land Cruiser. I think you'll see some changes going forward. Land Cruiser, it's not dying; it will change. Please do visit my. Yeah, I am curious what they're doing too in VF Motors. Ford lives by the truck. Do you think it's possible for you to get a truck for a long-term review? No. I've not. I will not get a truck for long-term review, and there's multiple reasons for that. In the business where I'm in, when you do a truck for long-term review, you have to keep track of mileage and keep track of videos. You have to send them content. It's just a pain in the ass. It just really is a pain in the ass. What I will do, and what I have been really toying around with, is I've been talking about buying a truck. I've been thinking about this quite a bit. And what I want to do is I want to lease a truck for 6 months. So I'll do the 3-year lease. So let me back up a little. I'll do a 3-year lease in a truck. I'll drive for 6 months. I'll sell it back to the dealer or sell it elsewhere. I'll take the loss. It's a business write-off. I don't really care. And then I'll go buy something else as a lease. I'll lease something else and do 6 months of driving and then send it off. And the reason for that is a couple reasons. First of all, in my world, I get what's called press loans from from the press loan office, which is basically from the manufacturer. I get press loans for 7 days. And it's not, I don't always have something going on that week. You know, like you guys, I got family stuff going on. I got things going on travel-wise. I'm always in town. So if I had it for 6 months, I'd have trips planned up. I'd go to Montana, go fishing. I'd go different places. I'd just drive. I would just put some more mileage on it. So I have been toying on with that. I've been talking about doing a work truck, though. I thought about doing like a work truck thing where it's like I do the work truck Ram, I do the work truck Chevy, do the work truck Ford. I do 6 months, I don't know, 8,000 miles, something like that on them. I mean, that's probably the best I could do. And drive them around and then see what I'm going to get for fuel economy and maintenance and resale value, that kind of stuff. It wouldn't truly be a real, like 3 years, whatever, mileage. But it would give me some sense of what's going on. And it would give Swede a break because driving the crap out of Swede, it's just, it's tough on him. So I've been thinking about that quite a bit. And as the channel grows, it becomes more of a possibility because you guys, thank you so much. The income's coming in that allows me to think about these things. And so it's really a conversation I've been having with myself on when to do that. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, if you like this video, hit the smash like button. Helps me out quite a bit. That actually helps a lot if you guys smash the like button. Bizerman19 says, I agree, Tim. Good videos and reliability versus value after 5 years on Ford. It is interesting. I like the F-150, but went the 19 Silverado this around due to those factors. Yeah, somebody asked me, and maybe you guys comment below here if you're going to hear this below, or whatever you guys want to do on this, if you play it later, if you're in your office drinking your coffee with some bourbon in it, which I approve. Resale value, do you care about resale value? Yes, no. Yes, no. I'm going to watch your comments. Yes, no, resale value is an issue for you. Elliot and I had this conversation earlier, and I think Elliot has a good point that sometimes resale value is only based on journalists who care about this stuff. And my point back to Elliot was that if nobody cared about it, we'd never do videos on it, which the video I did in resale value in the trucks thing, I think it's at 4,000 views, something like that. So it took off. So yes, no. Just yes, no below if you think resale value is an issue when you're buying a truck. I thought the big LX570 was getting axed. I don't know. You hear these rumors. There's always rumors Toyota and Lexus. I haven't heard anything on that, but I think it should. I think the 4Runner should be more of a mid-size crossover, and the Land Cruiser should be more of an off-road variant. I think the 4Runner could be the 2-row off-road variant, and the Land Cruiser could be 3-row larger SUV. I think that's the right position. So you have 2 rows with the 4Runner. If you want more space and the optional 3rd row, you go Land Cruiser. I think that makes some sense. And you have in the price point, the 4Runner starts at what, 35, 40, something in that range. And if you go from 35, 40, and you go Land Cruiser at 55, 60, I think that makes some good difference in price point. Yeah, Elliot's right. That's what the Highlander's for. I think the Highlander could be the great unibody SUV, 3-row unibody SUV, and then I think Land Cruiser could be the 3-row body on frame, which would be it'd be the off-road version of that. The problem you run into is Sequoia. How do you fit Sequoia in that equation? I don't know. It's going to be interesting how that's going to work out. What are your thoughts on diesel half tons? I think it's fantastic we have them again. First time in 2 decades we've had diesel half tons. 2, I think there's a clear winner. and you can watch TFL stuff all you want, watch my stuff, whatever. The Silverado is a clear winner in the 3-liter diesel. That thing is amazing. Ram second, Ford third. Three, I really question those who treat the half-ton diesels as the same as 3/4 ton and 1-ton diesels. I think they're built for different applications, built for different reasons. I don't know that I would tow the same. I don't know that the half-ton diesel is a towing machine as the 3/4 ton is. And Chevy's come out and said they're going to try to improve the towing capability of their diesel because they're 3,000 pounds behind the competitors who are at 12,000 pounds. And I don't know if they should. I think in the half-ton segment, even though you do a diesel half-ton, you're still working on brakes, you're still working on U-joints, you're still working on the shocks, you're still working on the cross member, the third cross member, the rear axle. You still have these issues that come from towing that impact the half-ton diesel. I just still think half-ton diesel is a sweet spot between being able to tow your boat effectively and cheaper and having good fuel economy on a daily driver. I just feel like that's where it's at. If you go more towing beyond that, I think you're running into a problem where it's unsafe for the driver. Yeah. I think that covered all the part of the question. All right, Benjamin says, resale value is important to me when looking at vehicles, especially lease residual market value estimates. Yes. All right, personal thing is that my wife and I just leased her a new Mazda CX-5, and I did that for multiple reasons. She drives 6 miles a day and to her job, then picks up a fleet vehicle, and then during the summer she works for the educational unit here, so she's a part of the teacher system. So during the summer she doesn't drive as much, and so the resale value on the residual value on the CX-5 is pretty high. It's a lust after SUV, and I didn't feel like she's driving very much, so I thought we could be upside on when we go to trade it in for the lease. We're also leasing too because my boys are 10 and 8, and I expect some growth spurts. So I expect this to go from a mid-size SUV to a full-size SUV, back to maybe a compact SUV when they get their licenses, and then moving on. But the third part of this equation was, for me, was lower payment. Yeah, that's always great too. But it was also the fact that I'm on the road quite a bit, and peace of mind. My wife is driving a brand new vehicle. I'm hoping, knock on wood, that there is no problems with that vehicle. That I'm hoping that I have no concerns moving forward on reliability. She's not going to be broken down anywhere. I don't have to worry about coming to fix anything when I get home, and that she's taken care of. So I really do think that that was part of my buying decision, was based on that. I would love to see a diesel electric hybrid, the best of both worlds. They have them in Europe. I have a friend in Germany who keeps messaging me on the diesel electric hybrid, and they have them in Europe, and I'm a little mystified in how they work because I haven't. Well, because they're in German, I can't really understand the terminology on the videos. But yeah, it is the best of both worlds. The price point's high, from what I understand, and so that's something I'm looking at. I'm looking at understanding more about it. Yes, I care about it because I change every 2-3 years. Yeah, I think that's a very valid thing. Resale value doesn't value to me. It's interesting how it doesn't buy. Sequoia is old. It is. The resale doesn't matter to me either. If the trucks are a good deal, I'm planning on putting out over 150,000 miles on them. Yeah, so at that point, I mean, it's not going to matter to you at all. I'd love to see a diesel. What order do you think Toyota will update? The Sequoia, Land Cruiser, 4Runner, Tacoma, after the Tundra? Well, so I think Toyota's going to go Tundra, Sequoia together. I think this is going to happen together. I'm hearing it'll be 4Runner. No, I'm hearing it'll be Toyota, Sequoia together, or Tundra, Sequoia together, Land Cruiser, 4Runner, then Tacoma. That'd be my guess right now. If I were to do inside baseball, thinking about that stuff. Land Cruiser is sold globally, so they need to update that globally. 4Runner is the bastard stepchild of the Prado, and so I don't think it's going to happen too much over there. I I think Sequoia's going to get a quick update because, frankly, there's nothing wrong with Sequoia. It just needs a new interior dash. It needs whatever the Tundra's going to have done to it, put to the Sequoia. So it's an easy thing. So yeah, I think that's the order to go with. I think so. 2. Should do a review of your Mazda. I should do a review of the Mazda. I've thought about that too. I should do one, and because my wife spent 3 grueling months grueling me on what to buy, and I think we came up with a really good decision on the Mazda. I was really happy with the decision making we had on that. Maybe I should. I got more videos I can handle. I will talk to her about doing something. Get it car wash. She lives in her vehicle. The 6 miles she drives. I don't know how she does it. What's the cost of Wrangler over diesel or gas? That's the problem, Brandon. Is that the Wrangler Diesel is only offered in 4 doors, unlike the Wrangler that's offered in 2 doors. And so if you watch Alex Dyke's video on that, which I did, you're talking about $28,000 for the base Wrangler, and now the one he drove is $57,000 because you have to add in the 4 doors, you have to add in the diesel, you have to add in the different packages that diesel's offered in, and you have to add in the automatic transmission. So that's a lot. Tommy says, I have to tell you the 2020 reverse is a surprising amount of headroom and legroom. It does. I would agree. I'm 6'2" and I can't touch the back wall behind the brake pedal. I can sit behind myself in the second row. Wow. That's impressive. I like the Traverse. I'm really excited. Don't count on the third row. Yeah, that's a huge fan of those things because everybody else wants a Miata. But anyways, I'm really excited for those vehicles because they're awesome. Especially when you have kids. Our 2021 Tundra will become on sale next December for Mark. Mark's wrong. Jordan. 21 fuel car. I don't know what he's saying. We got. It's weird in that trim level. 29. It was a 2019 new one. It's below the signature one. It's a package though. She wanted heads-up display, so it's the one trim level below with heads-up display, and yeah. So she got that. Again, I should do a video on that. And the Mazda dealers in Nebraska, there are not. There may be in Omaha, which is 8 hours away. We had to drive to Denver. We drove to Loveland, yeah, to get it. It was a 2.5 hour drive to get there and come back. Yeah, it was not. Yeah, Western Nebraska. Thank you very much. I'm 20 miles from the Wyoming border. Yeah, 57,000 for Wrangler, ridiculous. I agree. Middle of nowhere. I know I'm middle of nowhere. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. Fuel cell car. Yeah, it's Jordan. They have that. It's called the. Help me out, guys. The Mirai. They have the Mirai. Yeah. So, she got it, and it has all the safety features, and it's got butt warmers, as we call them in my family, heated seats, and heated steering wheel, and she's got cooled seats too. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to give this back." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "Well, this has got all the features in it. I don't deserve all those features." I'm like, "You have a freaking master's degree in education. I have a bachelor's degree. This is the only car payment we're going to have. Sweet just cost me parts." I'm like, "Buy the damn car." And it was like $307 a month in a lease. The cheaper one was like $280. I'm like, get the fully loaded one for $20. Be done with it. And so she loves it. Any hydrogen truck news from Toyota? No, there is no hydrogen truck news. There is no news from, was it Hyundai? Hyundai unveiled their semi. Yeah. Jace wants to know, do you prefer full size or mid size? I prefer mid size. I do. And the reason I do is because personally, I can get in and out of in a mid-size easier. I can get in and out of the bed easier in a mid-size. Typically, with Chevy and GM trucks, I can get in and out of the bed. I like the larger size of the full size, especially when I have kids. Full size is like driving around a minivan with a bed. It's freaking awesome. But as a daily driver, I would do mid-size, easier to park, easier to drive around, easier to fit in my garage. Those factors mean to me. And I would do, if I were to buy a mid-size truck right now, I'd do a Bison. That damn thing's awesome. A Bison with the skid plates and the diesel engine. And I understand the Gladiator. I get that quite a bit. And I just like the Chevy truck better. But that's just me. I do want the Chevy Colorado to be updated. That interior dash could be improved and have more features to it. Speaking of that, my dash has got, on my 62, it's got 5 dials, and it looks terrible. Don't ask me to show you my dash. It's bad. There's a video on this channel where I'm busting through the snow with snow tires in Sweden. I actually show the dash, and it's bad. Although I will tell you, I got the speedometer to work. A crap ton. I'm gonna say crap ton of dry lubricant got it to quit squeaking, which was a blessing, and so it actually works. So I know how fast I'm going. Full size, better value, more capable, and more comfortable. They are. There's no doubt about it. It's stupid to buy mid-size when you can buy full size and get more truck for less money. But mid-size works better in my lifestyle. Hyundai Nexo, yeah, that I've seen that version. 2021 Tundra full fuel cell. Yes or no? Fuel cell is a tough thing to say, I guess. No. Toyota believes in it, but the infrastructure is not there. Full size. Any news on Nissan Frontier? Yes, it will be updated soon. That's what they're saying. That's legitimately what they're saying. It's just the most ridiculous launch I've ever heard of. It's almost as bad as Bronco, as far as when it gets unveiled. And I don't know when it's coming out. Like, I've got no inside information. Nissan's still iffy on me personally right now. And so I have no inside baseball when it's coming out, but they tell me it's done, and it's just kind of stupid. It's been so long. Like, midsize is the price. That's why I buy midsize. Yeah. I agree, Tim. The ZR2 Bison is the best midsize truck. The Bison is too pricey, though. Well, I'm not saying I have any budget for that kind of stuff, but that thing is awesome. Anything new on Bronco and Baby Bronco? Yeah, the Bronco R. Eric, did you see the video on that? The Bronco R racing prototype was unveiled, and they're saying the new Bronco, full-size Bronco, will be a lot like that underneath the skin. Be independent front, solid rear axle, high output turbocharged engine from the Ford Raptor will be in there, and it's gonna have the look of that Ford Bronco that guy did a video on, or I did a video on. Sorry. Eric, if you've not seen that video, type something and you haven't seen the video. I will see if I can't use the magic of Google here and find that video for you. But yeah, it's I think that's what's going to be. I legitimately think it's going to be. And the Baby Bronco, what I'm seeing, it looks stupid. It looks bad. I think they'll kill the Baby Bronco real fast. The Bronco will stay where it's at. Yeah. So I have videos and all that kind of stuff. The Colorado does not have dual zone climate control and engine. Yeah. Oh yes. Oh Tommy, you have got Brandon just over the moon right now. Brandon's like, somebody else noticed the same damn thing. You don't know, Brandon has a long history of complaining about the rear, actually climate control in trucks. He has a big problem with the rear of a crew cab not having climate control. And Brandon right now is laughing too much because he can't respond back to the chat because he's just having a good time. Because he actually wrote an article. I will tell you this, guys. If you want to be involved, I have articles on pickuptrucktalk.com. And Brandon wrote an article where he laid out what trucks had the air vents for the second row in the article. Yeah. All right, Jordan, who's the one-word wonder, says, NASCAR towing. I don't know. Will the Baby Bronco be used on the Ford Courier? No. Have you guys not seen that video on that thing? Oh my God, it's terrible. It should be a body-on-frame something. It's like they saw. I don't even know. It's just. Oh, it's bad. It's just bad. I don't know what it's gonna be based on. At this point, it's gonna be crazy. The article's on pickuptrucktalk.com. I may be able to find it. Pickup Truck Talk. I'm sure Brandon has got it saved as a favorite. Rear seat heater. Let me see if that works out. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I typed in the Google keywords and boom. It is from, as a staff, we publish this. Brandon, do you see this? 3,230 views. You have 4 comments. Written by Brandon, a passionate advocate of rear AC vents. It was great. It's done great. Hold on, I'm posting it here. Oh yeah, Brandon's got it right there. See, Brandon posted it. Yeah, he's got it. And did you see that? It's 3,000 views in that. Bravo, Brandon. Bravo. And I think I pick on Brandon, but that's the stuff my channel cares about. That's stuff I'm reporting about, and that's stuff that, I think it matters to people. It matters to my wife. Every time we get a car, or as a press loan or SUV, whatever, she's like, it has no rear seat vents. Our thing is, does it have Wi-Fi? Does it have a rear seat DVD player? It does have rear seat vents. Those are the 3 things we care about in this family. Everything else is like, okay, cool. It's all dressing. But those 3 things make a difference. Too bad the manufacturers don't read it. I actually think people have read that. I think some of the manufacturers have read that because it's interesting. But yeah, that's 3,000 views. It's pretty impressive. It only seems that they only can sell Rogues, Ultimates, and Pathfinders brand. Oh, Nissan? No. Oh, the sunroof for the sunroof Titan. So, I need you guys' viewpoint on this. I'm doing a Jeep Wrangler EcoDiesel drive video. Currently, I have my friend Jill Simonello from Chicago doing it. She's going to be the city girl conversation about it. I have Alex Dykes from Alex and Autos talking about the pricing of it. It's going to be kind of like, should you buy it while signing off. I'm going to have Dan. I'm trying to get Dan Edmonds from Edmonds.com. He is a rear suspension and a suspension guru talking about the Wrangler Diesel. And so who else do you want? If you guys have a thought, like if you want somebody else, I can get somebody else. TFL, I don't know if they do anything with me. But if you have another voice out there, another YouTuber, another person I heard from, whatever, let me know. I'm putting together a 4-person video. I'm hoping to have 4 people. And have talking about the Jeep Wrangler EcoDiesel. There you go. And Titan was a disappointment, and it still is. I don't think TFL will do it. Roman and I have a good time, but I'd have to get Roman in person to do it, and he's just really busy. Nothing against Roman, he's just really busy. Big truck, you want JD? I can email JD. Engineering explain for the EcoDiesel? I don't know. It doesn't seem like his ballywick. It doesn't seem like that's something he want to talk about. JD would be tough because JD doesn't care about SUVs. He doesn't. Sarah and Tuned. That's an interesting thing. Interesting to get Sarah and Tuned. I wonder if she was at the event. I've seen some of her stuff. I wish I was engineering goddess who was sexy. Because she's like, that's Sarah and Tuned. Yeah. Savage Geese. Aaron and Otto. John. Hey, John. I can call Aaron up. Andre wasn't at the event. That's my problem with TFL. Andre wasn't at the event. Mr. Truck wasn't there either. Kent, I could talk Kent, but yeah, he wasn't there either. So, yeah. Sarah and Tuned. That'd be interesting. That's somebody I haven't done a video with before. Sarah and Tuned. I can reach out to her. Sarah and Tuned. JD is from Big Truck Big RV. I've done some videos with JD for the Silverado, or was it GMC? We hit it off really well. JD is a good friend of mine. I can call JD up to any time. He'd do a video with me. JD just doesn't go on camera. He's got an issue with that, which is fine, but that's what he does. Yeah, if you look up Big Truck Big RV. Mr. Truck, I hear that Mr. Truck is, I don't know. I hear he's winding down a little bit. He's selling his stuff and moving out to the country even further. That he is. I've hung out with Kent quite a bit. I've been in different places with Kent. Yeah, JD doesn't show his face. It's just a personal thing with him, and that's fine. And so I've done videos with him before, and I haven't. I've done it on camera, and he talks. So he does things. Sarah and Tune, I would have to reach out to her because I like her channel. She brings a very interesting background to this business. I was trying to get more. So if I did dudes, let's see. So if I did Jill, I did Dan, I did Alex, and Sarah. I'd have. I'm sorry, I'm being sexist here, but I have 2 girls and 2 guys. Okay, all right. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I will reach out to Sarah too and see what she has to say. What do you think about the 2500 being a Class 3 truck? I just saw that news story, and I haven't done anything with it, but I saw that news story. Was it JD, the news story? I think he did. He did that news story, and it's because the gross vehicle weight rating now puts it as a Class 3. I think it's just ridiculous. I think it's just I don't think what Chevy's doing is ridiculous. I think that the class certifications have become ridiculous. Yeah. Another girl that reviews cars. Can't think of her name though. Lots of girls review cars. Lynn Woodward, Emmy Hall. Emmy Hall was at the event, and I can talk about that. Sofian Bey. I like Sofian. He's not really in the trucks, but he did a really good job in his Wrangler review. And Sofian hung out with him. Was it a couple months ago? Whatever. Sofian, great guy, and yeah, I have no problem with Sofian at all. Yeah, you can tell he's more in the cars, and that's fine. Irene has her niche. Irene has her niche, and so Sofian's a good guy. I like him quite a bit. But yeah, I was thinking, Tommy, if you remember the other girl's name, comment below in the video when this goes live, goes saved, whatever. Or email me at tim@pickuptrucktalk.com. I'm going to reach out to Sarah too because I think it's interesting. Emmy, yeah. I've done videos with Emmy before. Emmy's a really good friend of mine. Emmy was in, we're supposed to do a Land Cruiser video together, and I just totally blew it because I got tired and, well, I blew it. Emmy and she's been in videos before on, it's EMME. There's a video of her and I on this channel, actually, talking about the snorkel, or the desert air intake, on the Toyota Tacoma. Doug DeMiro. I can reach out to Doug. I don't know Doug very well at all, and so yeah, it's Emmy Hall. So I will do this. I will do Sarah Tuned or Emmy Hall because I can reach out to Emmy right now. Emmy would call up right now. She'd do a video with me all day. I'll call Jill. So Emmy will be the female racer standpoint. Jill will be the city girl standpoint. Dan will be the suspension expert, and Alex will be the "Are you wasting your money on this or not?" expert. There, 4 viewpoints on the Jeep Wrangler Eco Diesel. GM doesn't make a true 3-corner. At least it has a rear. Brandon fighting the rear seat fight. Asking trouble with Doug. I don't think Doug's a bad guy. I think I could reach out to Doug and talk to him. Yeah. Big Trucks Big RV JD, we've been talking about doing some more videos together, so if you have some video ideas you want to have covered, let me know. I've been thinking about doing stuff with JD and the diesel versus gas, because he's got some good comments. I think he's got some good thoughts on that, so yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, gentlemen and ladies and whoever's here, the whiskey is gone. It is past an hour, and I'm out of time. I think so. I think it's time to end this thing. Made time for update that. Yes. You need 3,000 views, Brandon. 3,000 people want to know what you have to say about rear AC vents. Time to update your article. 2020 version. All right. Any other comments, concerns, questions going on? And boy, if he sends me a transmission, Swede's gonna get an update. Thanksgiving is gonna be a very thankful time for Swede, and be really good. So hey, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. This channel has been awesome. I really love the fact that you guys enjoy the content. I get emails from you guys time to time, and you guys are loving the content, and that makes me really, well, happy. As a content creator, as a journalist, as a writer, I mean, my gosh, it's like, this is the biggest deal. Live streams are tough for me because I have Boy Scouts going on. My son's in Boy Scouts. I have Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and I'm deer hunting next week. So I'm deer hunting, and then I go to, in December, I go to San Diego to drive the Mazda CX-30, and I go to Detroit for the Tahoe Suburban reveal, and I go to Toyota Highlander, and I come back, and I'm going to Missouri, and I go to Christmas. So, Tommy, I'm doing everything I can to to do these as best I can, and I got no answer for you. It's the best I can do it. Whenever I get a chance, I get an hour at night, I will do the best I can. I'm going to try to do, if you can follow along, if you subscribe and click the bell, that kind of stuff, I'm doing the thing on there about you can remind yourself when it's happening that same day, because it's a crapshoot. I'm sorry. Need more octane rating recommended versus required horsepower and torque ratings on the EcoDiesel, on the Titan? I think so. Being an Scouts, yeah. Are you a Scout leader in Eco Scout? Yeah, he's so happy. I bought his uniform, and he's got a little uniform and his little neckerchief, and he's just freaking outstanding. He loves it, and I've been to meetings with him, and we do the thing. He's a wolf, so he does 2 fingers, not the 3, because I can't do 3, but he's done 2, so it's really great. New Tahoe coming in December 10th. Will be unveiled. New Tahoe. Yep. All right, guys. Thank you so much again, and thanks for being on. And I will see you guys later. I'll do the Boy Scout salute, and catch you next time.